What's up, everybody? Welcome in to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. Super fired up here for World Mobile Conversations. So it's Saturday here, nice sunny afternoon. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Today's going to be a jam-packed update discussing the eSIM expansion. We've also got Airnode batch number 2 right around the corner. We've also got 2 new partnerships when it comes to World Mobile, one with Nuvula and another with Node Locker. And we've just got some big news about Rare Evo with Charles Hoskinson and a presidential candidate. So we're going to be diving into a lot here as you guys are making your way in. Please make sure to smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns as it pertains to Cardano or World Mobile, leave those down below. If you're in the live chat or if you're watching this live, go ahead and use that chat box there. As we get ready to start up, I've got my 2 co-hosts. First and foremost, we've got Rob LLAP. Welcome in.
Hello. How's it going? Oh yeah, all right. Yeah.
There it is.
Getting it.
I'm good, man. How are you?
I've been doing that since I was about 10 though. So it'll, the more shows we do, the more natural it'll get for you.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. You look good. You look good. How's things where you're at?
Good. We've had a massive temperature drop. It was like brutal about a week ago. And then yesterday I think the high was 70. I was outside all day doing stuff on the farm, and it's like you didn't want to be inside. It's been so nice out. Today's more of the same. So yeah, enjoying living outside a little bit and trying to just get things done. We got a big week coming up, and there's just, oh, by the way, World Mobile's doing stuff. So
yeah,
trying to stay on top of everything. It's been fun. It's been busy. It's been a good time.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to jump into as a part of today's video. And excuse me. We could potentially be getting a guest here for today's show. I'll try to confirm that here momentarily, but I've got a nice 10-minute segment here discussing Nuvula with Raul and sort of what his vision is with World Mobile. So in addition to everything else that I've already mentioned, including Rare Evo, I think this will be one of the bigger shows that we've had here in a while. Now, we're not just here with just me and you. We did do that for a little bit. We now have Clover Knows who's back, and he's got a fresh cut, man. He's looking good. Welcome up, man. How are you?
Oh, he's looking good. Yep. What's up, Cal?
Hey,
am I doing all right?
On that. Thumb out. Almost there.
Well, what about the Pac-Man? What's going on, guys? Good to see you.
Not much, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Yeah, thanks for joining. Go ahead.
I'm doing well. Beautiful sunny LA. Can't complain. Weather is good. Everything's good. World Mobile is blasting off. The token is on fire. There's so much going on. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, thank you for joining us both as always. Just want to give a quick shout out here to the community. We've got Jeff tuning in. Hopefully we can see you and your lovely wife here next week. Keep in mind, gents, there is the World Mobile get together, and ladies, of course, as well. Y'all are, of course, more than invited. That'll be hosted by Rob and Clover, Cal here. I'll let them plug that in here in just a minute. We've got Mundle Bear also tuning in here. Thank you as always. We've got Mick P in the house. Brody, man, this guy is all over the place. Brody, you've been watching all of the content here, always showing up, tuning in. I definitely do appreciate that. We've got Quay Vaughn, we've got Colin, we've got Eric in the house. Hopefully, Eric, we get to catch up at Rare Evo. I still got your mug. I don't have it with me today, but I promise you I will get that up here for the next stream. I've got to give you a shout out for that. I appreciate that. Alex Molina, Lord, again, we meet again. We were just in another live stream with Dave, and you've been really awesome here in terms of support. Dominic Coinfera, there's going to be a nice piece for you here, Coinfera. Stay tuned. 10-minute piece here with Raul from Nuvula discussing World Mobile and their recent partnership and just expansion here. But there's a full 45-minute interview that I just got done editing. That'll probably come out first thing in the morning tomorrow. So hopefully you're able to enjoy that there. I know you've been asking for that for quite a bit. All right. We've got Kristen in the house as well. We've got Dre. Thank you all so much. Let's jump in because, again, we've got a huge show here. Rob, I'll give you the opportunity. Can you just quickly recap what's going on here with the World Mobile Alliance this coming week at Rare Evo, where the booth will be located, what people can do to join in on the fun? And before I turn it over to you, just for the viewers here, if you guys do enjoy content like this, please, as we get ready to start things off, make sure to smash that thumbs up, share this content, and if you can, whether you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on X, just hit that retweet. That really helps to get this content out here. I've literally gone ahead and signed up to get the blue check mark just to be able to stream this on X again. So hopefully that situation is now resolved. Thanks, Elon, but it's well overdue. So just wanted to get that out the way. Again, I really appreciate everybody here tuning in, showing support for the channel as we get ready to run things down here for World Mobile. All right, that's it for my intro spiel, Rob. Let's talk about World Mobile Alliance, what's coming up next week, and exactly what the sort of schedule is around that. I know you and I will also be going live at the event, and so I'm excited to sort of talk about that there as well. And then, like I mentioned, we'll jump into eSIMs. We'll talk about Airnode batch number 2. We'll be discussing Nuvola and the fact that we've got RFK joining us here at Rare Evo as well.
Yeah, that announcement yesterday it knocked my socks off. Holy moly. That's huge that they were able to land RFK Jr. With Charles, who's openly endorsed him. That's going to be a fun listen, and they said that the team's going to be there all weekend, so we might have a chance to actually meet him, which would be, I think, really cool. Hopefully he comes by the World Mobile Alliance booth, and we get to talk to him about World Mobile for a minute or two. That'd be great. But so what we're trying to do with the Alliance, Cal and I have put a lot of time and thought into this. Last year we did some things kind of around the World Mobile booth and around the World Mobile team, and this year we're front and center. So we've been putting a lot of thought into this, a lot of effort, greasing a lot of palms and wheels, and however else that saying goes, trying to land the right connections and really get things in a position where we can make some moves and do what we want to do with the community. So we're starting off the night before. So Rare Evo starts on Thursday. If you're a VIP, there's a VIP party that starts at 8:00 on Thursday night. But for people that have GA passes, the conference starts on Friday. So what we're doing is we're starting on Thursday, and we wanted to do a meetup. And the whole idea there is to get everybody involved. Everyone, when you come in the day before the event starts, you are able to get in touch with people, hang out with everyone, see familiar faces, not feel like you're alone. And so we wanted to do a meetup, and the best place to do a meetup at the location site, which will be at Caesars. Most people there are going to be adults. Maybe people want an adult beverage or something. It's a nice gathering point before we go off and do other things. So we're going to meet at the lobby bar at Caesars on Thursday at 5:00 local time. And the plan is be there 5 to 7. Don't have to stay the whole time. We might go longer, but that gives everyone a chance to get together and meet. We had LVLCS that wanted to sponsor this for us. And so what they're doing is they're saying anyone who has purchased their jersey, they are buying a free drink for at the lobby bar during this first meetup. You just have to wear your jersey. For those of you that didn't buy their jersey when they did their sale back in, I think it was it January and February, I want to say, maybe it's even earlier than that. But for those that didn't buy it, they're going to have some extras there, and maybe they might throw in a free drink if you buy one on site as well. But really awesome. The purple World Mobile jerseys that they made up, very cool. So that'll be Thursday evening. Get there, if you're there the day before, 5 to 7 at the lobby bar. We'll be hanging out. And then for folks that are VIP that want to go to the VIP party, they do that. I'm hearing nothing but good things. In fact, Rand, the founder and creator of Rare, said that the DJ there, and Cal, I think you've seen him, is one of the best in the world. And they're talking about how the nightclub that we're going, the Omnia nightclub, is like the premier nightclub in the world. So this is a big deal to be able to have access to that, free access, because you have those passes. Friday, we're going to start off. The show floor opens at 9. We're going to be there at 9, and we're going to be hanging out at the booth. The booth is we're right next to Book.io, Stuff.io. So it's going to be a very popular corner. Actually, not even corner. It's going to be in the middle. very, very popular place, very busy. The World Mobile team, they don't have their own booth. They're going to be using our booth. They're going to be hanging out with the Alliance and with the community. We're going to have all sorts of free stuff there, shirts, some hats, stickers, keychains, other things that have been made up by either us, by World Mobile team, or by others in the World Mobile community. Our friend Mark is bringing badges that he's made up. If you were there last year, you might have seen some of these. He has some new designs that are really, really cool. And so there's gonna be lots of stuff to access over the weekend. We're gonna go Friday, and then for those that are ambassadors, we're gonna do an ambassador meeting on Friday at 2:30. This is going to be with Mickey and the team. Just for I know there's going to be a handful of the formal ambassadors are there. If you're a formal ambassador, there'll be a meeting for you with the team just to kind of discuss things and whatever else they have planned for that. But that'll be at 2:30. The location for that is to be announced. But we're going to go through, and again, just lots and lots of things happening throughout Friday. At this point, we don't have anything planned for Friday evening. We're going to roll into Saturday. Saturday, the floor opens at 10 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, we're going to do a live stream. Fareed's going to host the live stream from Rare. It'll be probably 9 to 9:45. We want to make sure we wrap that up because RFK and Charles are speaking at 10. And that's going to be a really, really fun event. So we want to get done with the live stream, get our seats, get ready to go, or at least grab your, get back to the booth, whatever, for the show floor opening at 10. We have a dedicated room from 11 to 1 on Saturday for an Earnode operators meeting. And it'll be Mickey and James Tag, most likely, like it was last year. If you're an Earnode operator, we're going to have a private meeting to discuss what's going on there. This will be a very, very exclusive thing. We need you to be an Earnode operator, but probably a lot of information coming out that hasn't been released yet. That's the hope. That's what happened last year. We'll probably only do that for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. We have a 2-hour window reserved. At 1 o'clock, Mickey's going to get called backstage to prepare for his 1:30 talk. So Mickey will be on the stage from 1:30 to 2. So we'll need to get out of that room, get time for people to get lunch and things like that before Mickey's talk and everything at 1:30. And then there's going to be more going on throughout the days. Saturday evening, we're discussing right now. I just need to find out if I can get a group rate to save everybody some money. We're looking at going to see Penn and Teller at 8 o'clock on Saturday night as the World Mobile community. We're trying to find group rates so we can get reduce prices. The plan is right now, if I can do that, if I can pre-order tickets to save everybody some money, I'll go ahead and I'll just buy like 30 tickets, and then people can pay me for those in either ADA or WMT or in fiat. I still need to work with the ticketing office to make sure that it's worth me taking that risk to buy that many tickets based on the price that we can save off it. If it's going to be $5 cheaper or something, it might just be every person gets their own. But we want to do something outside of the venue. That show is a 90-minute show, starts at 8 o'clock. Well, the nightclub for the after party at Omnia on Saturday night doesn't start until 10:30 at night. So we'll be done at 9:30, make our way back to the hotel, and then ready for the after party if people want to go to that. So that's kind of an overview. There's gonna be a lot of little things happening, and there might be some last minute decisions as well as to events and different things we want to do. But definitely it's going to be a jam-packed, not just with what we're doing, but the overall event. You're going to be pulled in multiple directions. We want to make sure that we have opportunities for people, but there'll definitely be a lot to do regardless.
Thank you for that. And for anybody who's got any questions, now would be the time. Go ahead and leave those in the chat as we're here live. We'll go ahead and answer those. If you guys maybe want to keep in touch or just stay updated, definitely make sure to go ahead and follow the World Mobile Alliance. Link to it should be left down in the description. That'll give you direct access to Rob and Clover.
One other thing I wanted to mention, all that stuff that I just said, Cal and I will be putting out a schedule. Cal's the digital master there, so he's going to take all these different things and schedule that on paper, and then or on a sheet. We're going to blast it on X. We'll blast it in the Discords and the Telegrams for everything World Mobile, just so everyone has whatever channels they use. they'll know what's going on from the World Mobile Alliance and the World Mobile team standpoint, and that'll give them some easier opportunity to follow along as we get there. That'll probably come out here no later than Tuesday, but it might come out, this weekend as well.
Yeah, I'll
Perfect.
try to push it out. I'll try to push it out for Monday or Tuesday. But I just wanted to add there that we just want to make sure everyone's included in this. Like that's just like our main goal with the World Mobile Alliance. We want to make sure everyone has something to do and they feel included when they go to Rare, and they don't feel alone. There's a lot of people that are gonna go there, and that's gonna be their first event, So we just want to make sure we welcome everyone, and we have a lot of things planned, a lot of different fun activities for everyone. So it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. The biggest thing is just making sure to manage your time wisely, right? So I've got a lot of people I want to meet, hang out with, but hopefully Enzo, I pulled up your comment here. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of clarity there. It looks like Rob and Clover are aware. They'll get something official out. That way everybody's synced up and knows exactly where to be and where to go in order to really tune in and connect with the World Mobile community. Beamer House in the crib, welcome in. I know you're a huge part of the MELD community. I know Mel just released some updates about bridging. I want to say they added support for Genius Yield and 2 other tokens. I'm not sure if World Mobile was on that list, but I'm sure that if we reach out to Ken and the team, that they would be more than happy to get that included there. We've also got Joe Fam asking if we could potentially stream the Earnode chat with Mickey. If we're able to get there early enough, I mean, I'm more than happy to help out with that. I'll have the equipment out there. I may not necessarily, of course, be running the actual stream because I've got a lot of other commitments, but maybe I can let Rob and Clover sort of at least set things up, monitor things, and basically just pass off the mic to Mickey to talk, right? So if it's not streamed, I think we'll at least do our best to try to record it, that we can share it or at least play it back for other ENOs within the community. Enzo asking, is there anything he can do to support or to help? I think just showing up, spreading the word, retweeting, resharing, and yeah, when we actually get there, creating content, whether that's just again taking short videos, taking pictures, whatever you can do to really get the word out there, I think is really welcome. Of course, I'll let Cal and Rob chime in here if there's any specifics. Kristen,
if I could just touch to that real quick.
Yeah.
One thing we're gonna do when we release a schedule, there'll be a few times where Cal and I might be absent, such as the Earthnode operators meeting on Saturday, maybe the ambassador meeting on Friday for an hour here, hour there. So there's gonna be some times where I don't know if the entire World Mobile team that's going to be there, they can definitely handle the booth, but that we might need some mobilers who are not Earthnode operators or not ambassadors, depending on the thing, help just be a presence at the booth as well. So what we'll do is we'll figure out where there'll be gaps in the schedule and see if there's people that want to help fill in during those times, and we'll put that out there.
Perfect. So yeah, Enzo, if you want to help out that way, then just swing by the booth and just talk to people, right? Spread the gospel about World Mobile. Okay, I think we'll have to just kind of keep things moving in here. I do appreciate the update. Again, if anybody has any questions, make sure to jump in and follow the the World Mobile Alliance on YouTube. Now, I don't like to get political here, but this is a huge bit of news here. We have to talk about it. We've got RFK jumping in, sitting down, having a fireside chat with Charles Hoskinson. This blew me away when I saw it yesterday. I got to hear from him and got to see him at Consensus. That was about 3 months ago. And I was very surprised, right? Because not a lot of presidential candidates have ever shown up to crypto events. This will be his second time. And I believe aside from the Bitcoin conference that just took place in Nashville, there hasn't been any other conference where we've had presidential candidates showing up. So this really puts Rare Evo on the map. Shout out to Wes, Rand, Devon, the rest of the crew to be able to get somebody as big as this. I know Charles has openly endorsed RFK. And so for him to be coming out here, showing Cardano in the community some support by, talking about politics, etc., I think is very, very encouraging and very, very bullish for the space in general. I've said this and I'll continue to say this. Cardano's focus has not been just for retail. Cardano's focused on getting bigger players, major adoption. And this, I think, is one of the biggest bridges that we've built so far when it comes to the political ecosystem. I know, again, people have different people that like to support. So I'm not here to basically say whether this guy's good or bad. Everybody's got their stance. That's up to you. We're all adults. You make your own decision. But just thinking about just how Cardano is now finally beginning to be associated with things such as presidential candidates is very, very bullish for me to hear. So Clover, Rob, I'd love to maybe just get a couple of thoughts from you guys. I'm definitely going to be there. I know, again, we've made it a point to wrap up all of the World Mobile activities before this kicks off. That way we've all got the opportunity to go in and listen to this fireside chat. But what are you guys looking forward to? And maybe what were your initial thoughts when you saw this announcement coming through late last night?
Yeah, I'm not missing this fire chat for sure. I personally am a huge fan of Robert Kennedy and what he stands for, and the amount of time he has put to support the crypto community and just showing up to this event. It's just amazing. And first of all, like, shout out to the Rare Evil team for getting this together. I mean, I saw Rand's tweet yesterday and he's like, nobody works harder than the Rare Evil team. And man, I mean, I support him in any way. Like, this is crazy to me to see like a potential future presidential candidate to come to this event. It just blows my mind, and we don't know what's going to come out of this. And I honestly would love for him to come through the Alliance booth so we can introduce him to World Mobile and what we're doing. I want to make that a goal of mine, and possibly him even meet with Mickey. That's going to be amazing, to show him what World Mobile stands for and the potential that we can bring to the United States and blockchain in general. So I'm very, very, very excited to see him there and to see what he has to say. And I'm sure Charles is going to introduce him to the upcoming governance and what Cardano's been working on that. And I know that Charles has had previous conversations with him and previous meetings. So they've formed an interesting relationship, these two. And I'm very excited to see what's going to come out of that.
Yeah, he's definitely shouted out Cardano multiple times, sometimes by directly actually tagging, the Cardano community, and then sometimes just a little bit more vaguely, but he's definitely made some clear references to Cardano. And of course, again, Charles has been openly backing him. So I'm excited about it. Rob, I know you keep up with the political space. What are your thoughts?
Well, like Cal said, I saw the post that Rand made a couple hours after it happened. And the first thing I saw was nobody works harder than Rare. And without seeing any other context, I'm thinking, you don't know World Mobile very well, do you? And then I scrolled down, I was like, holy shit, this is huge. Yeah, like Cal said, there's a lot of things to like about RFK Jr. and definitely being crypto friendly, very pro crypto, pro Bitcoin. These are huge to have a candidate who actually understands what's going on and isn't just speaking just to try and win a vote here or there within a community. This is somebody who backs it, whether or not you can sway voters that way. It's nice to have people who inherently believe things, and he has a few things on his platform that I am just absolutely in lockstep with. And so it'll be really, really fun. I told my wife this and she goes, yeah, I'm not missing that. So, but the nice thing is too, is if let's say I can't go to it because, need to sit at the booth, which look at the map. We're very, very close to the stage, and probably far enough away that it's not going to be so sound blasting that we can't do what we're doing, but it'll be close enough that if we have to stay at the booth for some reason, we'll be able to know what's going on and witness that. And like I said, I think that'd be amazing if RFK were to walk around and be able a chance to meet Mickey and learn about this and help push the World Mobile platform, because it truly is something that can benefit people, and that's, as a president, that's what you should be pushing. So
nicely stated. All right. I think we've got to keep the conversation rolling. Otherwise, we're going to be here until like later tonight. While I do enjoy it, I definitely want to take some time off and step outside and enjoy some sunlight as well. I'll be taking a couple of questions here. So if you guys have any questions just about World Mobile activity as of late, maybe what happened in the most recent community space, which I would love to definitely get into, go ahead and leave those in the replay. We've got Carlo longtime supporter here, always leaving comments and just really showing a lot of support. I definitely do appreciate you. Maybe at Rare Evo, even chain hard fork might happen, getting closer and closer. Yes, it is. I've actually just released a bit of content about this yesterday. One thing to keep in mind, though, is with the chain hard fork is that there's a lot of other stakeholders that also have to upgrade before this actually goes live. It just appears that SPOs or stake pool operators appear to be leading that run right now. So SPOs have officially signaled that they are ready for the chain hard fork to take place, but we still have to wait for exchanges. I think only 3% of the 80% of liquidity for exchanges have upgraded. So we're still waiting on big names like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. But I think Bitfinex was the first one to actually finish up yesterday. So we are making a lot of good progress, but we'll need a huge step forward here in the next like 3 to 4 days in order for it to actually happen at Rare Evo. But I'm not going to count it off the table. You never know what happens between now and then. So just want to take an opportunity to just highlight there from Carlo, accelerate profits. Thank you too for sharing your time with us, tuning in here, watching, and hopefully sharing and really getting this content out there. Again, guys, if you guys are tuning in here, please make sure to smash that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that share. It's one of the easiest ways here to support us here as content creators. Jeff, definitely looking forward to catching up and meeting up with you amongst a lot of the other things that I'll be doing out there. All right, world mobile news. I mean, where do we begin? Maybe we just kind of kick things off here with Nuvola in the partnerships with Node Locker. So I'm going to get a little bit of that content pulled up here. And as I do, I'm also going to be playing, it's about a 5 to 10 minute interview sitting down with Raul de Benedettis to break down Nuvola's mission in their recent partnership with the Watkins brothers. For those of you who aren't aware, Josh Watkins also runs the Minutes Network, which does something very similar to World Mobile. They aren't necessarily direct competitors, but they do also offer node opportunities or node services, which Nuvola will be tapping into. So we've got Nuvola partnering up with Minutes Network, picking up some of their switch nodes, but then also picking up some of their Airnodes for batch number 2. And so as I get ready to queue up this interview here, Rob, Clover, what are you guys' thoughts seeing some of these bigger announcements or partner programs kicking off for Nuvola as well as a Node Locker?
I'll jump first. I think it's big. I think it's massive, and I think it's just the beginning of the partner program growing. And I'm happy to see that people are wanting to be involved in this partner program. But like I said, I think it's just the beginning, and we're gonna see a lot more of these companies wanting to join the partner program. With the revenues that are these Airnodes are producing and bringing, and with the connectivity and growing, and with the more offerings that we're going to start seeing from batch 2, 3, and whatever comes next, I think a lot more people are going to, want to get involved with this. I mean, that's really, yeah. Look at this. I mean, this average Airnode operator rewards for June. I mean, that's huge, and that's just the first month, and we have the amount of Airnodes that are up in Reno. It's not going to be anything compared to what the next batches are coming in. So it's gonna get really fun and exciting, and it's again really good that these companies are wanting to have that initial, I guess, first mover advantage when it comes to the partner program. And we've seen the MAV guys, we actually haven't seen anything from the MAV guys to what's coming from them. And I know they're brewing some stuff that are going to come out in Rare Evo. I know they're watching us right now, so I'm actually super excited for them to be releasing some of the stuff that I'm sure are coming from them. So again, lots of stuff coming through this partner program. I'm a huge fan of Nuvola, of what they're doing. I like what the Node Locker are cooking up as well, and that came out of nowhere. Actually, nobody knew what was coming, but we heard in the most recent AMA when Mike and Mickey were talking, they kept on saying, "Hey, there's more of these partnerships coming. A lot more of these partnerships that they haven't announced yet." And here we go. I mean, we're seeing it right now with the Node Locker guys, and this is just me guessing here, but I personally think that next year we're going to start seeing actual MVNOs coming online and coming on board and actually wanting to get involved with this partner program and wanting to own some of this infrastructure and some of these Airnodes. Because if you really think about it, right now they're kind of locked into the big three. They're just a reseller of spectrum. And right now, you actually are going to have, as an MVNO, the opportunity to not only resell an MNO like World Mobile Spectrum, but actually to own part of the infrastructure and to have these I guess customers be your own customers. So it gives them that advantage and that extra revenue stream. So I think it's massive what World Mobile are doing and building. So it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, you hit on a couple of really solid points there. One thing I would definitely love to swing back and discuss a little bit more with you, Clover, is the first set of rewards that you claimed not too long ago from the Airnode rewards dashboard. You did an awesome job, by the way, representing World Mobile in the community on that community space. I definitely got to grab the link and drop that for the viewers here that didn't get to catch that live, but really, listening into Clover talk about his experience, his relationship with Amariah or CB Hash Chat, and what he's able to receive as rewards, but then also give back, right, as the service. You really hit on a lot of good points. And one point that really resonated with me was the fact that, like, yes, the money's good, but that's not necessarily what we're all in it for. This is really about the sharing economy. And by providing that value in return, right, the network grows, which of course then translates to revenue back to the operators. And so I'm a firm believer that in order to receive, you have to give first. And that's not just with World Mobile, but just as a way of life, for a better lack of terms. Rob, I do want to give you an opportunity to quickly chime in here about the Node Locker partnership, and then Nuvola, and then we're going to dive into this snippet here with the interview with myself and Raul.
Well, I'm not sure I could say it better than Cal by any means. I think he hit all the points. What I am very happy with is we've seen World Mobile take their time on things, and we've seen very, very strategic rollout as we go. And we know that a lot of times they're holding things back. And so it's like what Cal and I have been saying for a long, long time. When World Mobile goes silent, something's about to pop off. And because they're busy working, they're not taking breaks. And it seemed like for about the last 2 months, there hasn't been, there's been hints of things. Hey, the second drop of Airnodes, the second batch of Airnodes is coming, but there's been a lot of what's going on, people getting anxious, everyone starts focusing on price because there's nothing else to do. Then these things start coming off. They've done their research. That they've done a lot of due diligence. They've really focused to select people that are going to be beneficial to them. It's hard to grasp because World Mobile has a cryptocurrency component to it, and it also has a real world physical component to it, and so it's hard to say, hey, this is a real world company, this is a crypto company, this is a combination of both. Where is that balance at? Usually when crypto companies announce partnerships, what does that mean? It means nothing. It means nothing. I mean, like I always joke, hey, my Cardano stake pool is partnered with Walmart. Anyone who stakes at Trek can go to Walmart and spend money and buy things. And then when you walk out of Walmart, you can have those things. We're partners. Yay. That's what a lot of these partnerships seem like, where it's like, hey, we're partnering with so-and-so. What does that mean? We like each other. We give each other thumbs up. That's the end of it. Partnership means nothing in a lot of these crypto spaces. And if you look back at all of the different, failed companies, the different rugs, the different things, it's all, they're partners with the same 8 or 10 groups, and it means nothing. When World Mobile does it, when World Mobile announces the partnership, it's something that's there's a real world component to it. So it's not just make believe internet money. It's not just some fairy dust component. It's literally, these are people that are going to move World Mobile forward, their infrastructure, their expansion, their reach. And so when they come out and they announce these things, it means that what's coming is these companies are going to help carry it, because we already know the plan, at least for the most part. We know where it's going, and they're finding people that are going to help push that forward, not people they can just give high fives to and digital salutes and these types of things. It's Nuvola and Node Locker, both these companies are going to help move this forward. The storage, the infrastructure, the NFT components, they're gonna help with the blockchain. We're gonna see more and more of that as the blockchain starts to roll out. This is really, really big, and it's definitely showing that they are taking steps at the right time to um, to make this move, especially with the online, with the cryptocurrency, with the blockchain side of things. And I don't think it's a coincidence that um, that Minutes Network is also working together with companies like Nuvula. You know, it's they see a role they can help fill. World Mobile and Minutes Network are both hitting different sides of the telecoms issue and providing solutions for it. Nuvula is there to help out with all of it and help carry this forward. So this is a huge partnership because it's a huge problem they're trying to tackle. And I think they've done their research well. And I think that this is going to, I think as more comes out, we're going to really see the positive impact that both of these partnerships are going to have, along with the original partner, Mav 100. So I think that they're positioning themselves very, very well for what's coming.
Nicely stated. And I'm actually going to be sitting down with Josh Watkins. He and I had an intro call 2 days ago to discuss everything Minutes. If you guys want to find out more about it, it's available at minutesnetwork.io. Let me quickly just drop the link here in chat for anybody who wants to find out more. But if you guys have any questions about, their service, their offering, etc., let me know down below. But as you rightly mentioned, I mean, the fact that Nuvula has partnered up with both of them, right, really shows that they believe in what Nuvula is doing, and Nuvula also believes in what these two projects are doing. So without any further teasing, let's jump into a little bit of content here. Like I mentioned earlier, just sat down with Raul to break down everything going on with Nuvula. So I'm going to go ahead and just play this here. It's about, I'm looking at, it's about 10 minutes long here. But really breaking down his recent trip to Spain, sitting down with Josh, Mickey, and them coming to an agreement about their support. And that'll be our nice segue into discussing Airnode batch number 2. So you guys, please let me know if you guys are able to get the audio. If not, I'll go ahead and try to tweak everything, but I think I've got everything ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Okay, Raul, I think, sort of laid down the foundation. I think like that was the warm up here, right? Sort of the refresher. Let's jump into the new stuff now. Let's jump into the exciting stuff. So yesterday I was scrolling, and this actually starts a little bit further back. About a week ago, I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw a picture of you, Mickey, and his brother Josh, who operates or who now runs the Minutes Network. Now, I should have realized back then that something was brewing, right? It's not just every day that somebody's able to get a hold of somebody like Mickey and his brother at the same exact time. That said, we got some pretty big news yesterday. We've got World Mobile officially partnering up with Nuvula. Now, for anybody who isn't aware of World Mobile, I cover them here pretty greatly here on the channel. Their goal is to aim to connect the unconnected, providing connectivity and internet data packages all around the globe. We've seen already, I want to say, 1,500 Airnodes deployed all between Zanzibar, Pakistan, and most recently Reno, Nevada. And we just got wind that we're now getting a second batch of Airnodes for anybody who wants to contribute to their DePin infrastructure. So that's sort of like the groundwork there. Can you maybe highlight, what your trip was like out there, your experience meeting Mickey and Josh, and then how you guys came to striking such a big partnership here?
Yeah, so just backdating a little bit into how I came to be in that situation. Nuvula really got behind Josh and Minutes Network. We believed in him. The second I read, I saw his website and I understood the product and the industry they were in. Syed and I had this like light bulb moment, and it was like, this could potentially be one of the biggest companies ever in crypto, outside of crypto, because they're revolutionizing the telecommunications industry, and they're essentially cutting out a bunch of middlemen. They're saving these, their partner, these telecommunications company, a bunch of money simply by having this proprietary technology that they've developed in place. So when we saw the potential there, we immediately said we need to invest a good portion of our capital into these operations, be early. They're very professional. They have some industry leaders as advisors. So it was kind of a no-brainer for us. And Josh saw our conviction and how we came in and said, hey, we want to be a partner. We want to back you guys. We want to be part of this operation, this movement. And immediately you could just tell his respect grew for us, right? Just how we came in. And that was our first OTC. Then we came in with a second deal because we obviously ran some numbers and saw the potential of the markets. And that's when he was kind of like sold on us. He said, all right, these guys are these guys are about their business. So that kind of started our relationship a few months back. And over the last few months, we've always been in touch. Every single week, new advancements, just questions that were answered from both sides, how we could be of assistance, hey, Josh, I came across this information, like, what does this mean? And we kind of started to grow and grow closer. And the last few weeks, he said, we were on call discussing some of the node operations, and he's like, I really like you guys. I love the conviction. I love the professionalism. You guys are building something special. And he's like, let me see if I can get you in touch with Mickey. And I was like, okay, that's an honor if you could do that, obviously. And he's like, oh, that's my brother. Don't worry about it. So we kind of let it simmer for a couple weeks. And then I was in Italy this past month in July visiting family. And Josh is in Spain, and so is Mickey. So he said, hey, man, let's get you out here. Mickey's in town, and let's just all sit down and talk and see what we could do. And they flew me in. I stayed there 2-3 days, and we discussed some very big things that I can't really disclose. But it was surprising and humbling to see how much Mickey knew about us in general. He loved our model. He saw, essentially what we presented. He already knew our involvement with Josh and Minutes, and he said, hey, man, there's something here. Let's solidify it. He met Syed in the past. He had a lot of respect for him too. And we kind of shook on it and said, there's a partnership that's been solidified here. And we don't plan to purchase a set amount of nodes with them. They're going to have multiple rollouts in multiple countries. We're starting in this first batch for us that's coming up in about a week or so. That's going to be our starting point, and then they have another sale coming up for their Pakistan release, which we are going to be heavily going into that one. We'll be better prepared. This first one here was a little bit kind of on short notice timing for us. But for the Pakistan one, which I believe he said was about 12 to 16 weeks out, we're going to be definitely heavily invested in that one. And yeah, that's essentially how that came to be. And I now have partnered with the Watkins brothers, which is, I think, honorable for us to just be able to say that,
Yeah, I mean, again, how quickly you've been able to get Nuvola associated and connected with some of the biggest players here in the ecosystem has been very impressive. I mentioned this off air earlier when we were just kind of having a nice chat. Cornucopias, I think, is 40,000 strong, by far the biggest gaming project here in Cardano. World Mobile, by far the leader here in just how exceptionally well they operate, right? Like I said, just watching their network grow myself as a creator. When I first started covering them, they had, I think, 200 some Airnodes, very, very young. And to have seen them deploy over 1,200 Airnodes in the last year alone, with World Mobile launching their first ever aerostat in Mozambique, them finally releasing their eSIMs in over 50 separate countries. I'm just like, these guys are on it. And so to have had the time to sit down with Mickey, really hash it out with him, like he's by far one of the nicest founders here within this space. Quick little tangent here. He and I were at Rare Evo last year. We shot a 45-minute interview. My camera died about halfway through. This guy was nice enough to sit down and reshoot the second half with me on the spot without hesitation. Like I told him, I was so bummed out, like my camera died. And I'm like, Mickey, we've been talking for the last 25 minutes, none of it's on camera. This guy was like, no worries, run it back. And we ran it back right then and there, So when he did that, I was like, okay, this guy's genuine. And this guy really cares about the people. Because again, I don't have the biggest YouTube channel, but he understood that, like, hey, I'm trying to help out where I can. And that really resonated with me. So I've actually got an interview coming up here with Josh on the Minutes Network over the next 24 to 48 hours. I'll be providing more coverage on his channel, or on his project, here on my channel moving forward. And really, again, trying to stay in tune with some of these bigger DePin protocols, because I do think that that's the future, and that there's a huge market share opportunity, right? for them, but then also for platforms like Nuvula, which really make it easy for anybody else who wants to tag along with that technical know-how to also be able to enjoy the ride. When it comes to World Mobile, though, I know things are still relatively early and they like to keep things very, very tight. Can you give us any numbers about, what you guys are able to invest in for batch number 2? I know that there's the Apex nodes, which are a lot bigger. So there's less of those available. I think they run about $16,000 a piece. But then there's also the Link nodes, which are a lot smaller, which I think go for about 700 a piece, and those a little bit more accessible, right? So I think there's going to be upwards of about 600 of those. Anything that you can give us to sort of help us better understand your commitment or your partnership with World Mobile at this early stage?
Yeah, we've definitely reflected a lot of interest in the Apexes for sure, and then links as well for this batch. But for the Pakistan one, which is coming, I think that's going to be where we really strong arm and kind of step in our usual style, where we really put our money where our mouth is and start to get operations going. As far as the quantity for each sale, we haven't solidified those numbers as of yet. But we are definitely looking to walk away with at least an Apex and a couple Airnodes from this first batch here. But again, for the Pakistan one, you're going to really see our presence come in there. We've been pretty blessed. Our treasury has grown to be very strong over the last few months. So we are definitely starting to tap into it strategically and utilize it properly there. But with the quantity, and I was asked this once we announced the partnership, what's our set goal for the quantity of nodes with World Mobile? There is none. We're in a pure accumulation mode because their model, essentially, there's no cap on the amount of nodes. They're just going to deploy in new regions and new areas. So there's always going to be more nodes up for grabs. And we are positioning ourselves to be one of their biggest operators. I don't take the word partnership lightly. It's not just a word to me. So when I looked him in his face and we shook on it, Josh and Mickey are men of honor. We shook like men. We looked each other in the eyes and said, we're going to back each other. We're going to do what we got to do. I'm going to step in proper and make sure that our presence is felt, and wherever they need assistance and backup, we're there. And we're one of the first in line to essentially, be on the front lines with them. So there's no set amount. It's just pure accumulation mode.
Personally, what I love about this is, again, you were talking about transparency in your upcoming dashboard. This is exactly what the World Mobile team has done, right? So I sort of drilled in here on just one particular area. And this is impressive how quickly this team has grown. And so to hear, and if I just zoom out here, let me just back out here just to show the audience. Look at how much space is not connected, right? Yeah. I know a lot of times we focus in on what is connected, but look at the negative space. The opportunity here is massive. And so to take a look here and to be able to see everything in real time, how much each of these air nodes are currently providing in terms of revenue is what we need. And it sounds like you guys will be providing something very similar here for all of the operations for Nuvula. And so I think we've sort of talked a little bit about World Mobile here. Anything you want to close us off with in terms of expectations for the future, or what just maybe your experience has been like so far dealing with the World Mobile team?
They are top notch. I'm not gonna lie, I don't usually get butterflies meeting people, but when I met Mickey, I kind of was like, wow, I'm in the presence of a big mind here, and I thoroughly see the vision and just what you put into perspective with the amount of coverage that's currently live today. It's going to be 10, 20, 30 fold by next year, and it's going to keep growing exponentially. And there's still so much of the world to connect. The potential here is absolutely massive, massive. And running in parallel with Minutes Network, they go hand in hand. It's like the perfect 1-2 punch that they're providing. And like I said, we're blessed and honored to be, at their side to run in parallel with them and help wherever we can.
All right, that's it, man. And that's my thing. So when we're here streaming and talking about World Mobile, people might sort of become, I don't want to say desensitized, but they might get used to us talking about it. But it fires me up to have somebody else be just as passionate dealing with those brothers. And so that full interview will be coming out here probably first thing tomorrow morning. I think I've got quite a bit on my plate for the rest of the day, but hopefully you guys find some value out of that. And of course, we discuss everything Nuvula. So we also dive into their upcoming dashboard, their staking, their collateralization hub, and also even Nuvula Drive, a brand new proprietary product. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Carlo asking, does Nuvula hold any Earth nodes? Right now, I don't believe they have any Earth node investments. I'm assuming that as they grow, they may expand, but that's a part of the NFT space, right? So in order for them to pick up an Earth node, they would have to do it just like anybody else has to do it, which is to go on the open market and do that, right? So that would be a huge commitment. I think right now the cheapest Earth node is going for about $41,000 or 120,000 ADA. So really, really interesting to see that there. We've got Jeff. Awesome to hear from Raul in his own words. Great interview. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Are there any plans for Argentina? Carlo, I'm not sure, but with the upcoming constitutional convention in Argentina, that could potentially be an opportunity for World Mobile to jump out there and also try to kind of ride the wave, right? Because I know Cardano is going to be a big piece of news there around that particular time. CB, thank you for jumping in here, man. If you've got some time, if you want to join us, feel free to go ahead and reach out. I'm more than happy to get you up here. I know last time you were barbecuing, doing your own thing over there. But definitely thanks for jumping in here. All right. Mav asking if I'm going to have a office set up. I won't have an office per se. However, the team at Rare was very, very nice and accommodating this year. They've actually gone ahead and been more proactive listening to content creators. So this is where I'm going to be hanging out here on the left-hand side. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse cursor there. There is a dedicated media booth. So if any projects are going to be out there that are looking to get content, reach out to me. I'll basically be living there. If I'm not there, I'll be probably bouncing back and forth between the World Mobile Alliance stage and the IOG stage, collaborating with Trim Brusette, talking about Hydra. All right, that's a lot there from me. Any thoughts or closing mentions that you guys want to highlight here as it pertains to Nuvula or Node Locker before we jump into batch number 2? For me personally, it was just really hearing about the fact that they'll be doubling down and going all in for the next batch. And I'm not sure if the World Mobile team has made any announcements themselves, but Raul mentioned somewhere between, I think he said 12 to 16 weeks. So it sounds like we'll be getting another drop relatively soon, right? So I'm excited to hear a little bit more about that officially from World Mobile. Anyway, Rob or Cal, any thoughts about that piece? If not, we'll move over into batch number 2 and then the eSIMs.
I'll go first. Well, thank you for sharing this video, by the way. That was really fun to watch. First of all, I admire Raul. I've never met him before, but I can see the conviction in his voice. But not only that, you know, his company, it speaks for themselves. People, you know what they say, right? Don't rely on someone's words, but pay attention to their actions, right? And you can see that they're putting their money's worth into huge projects. I mean, they have nodes with Igon, they have nodes with cornucopias, right? They've secured nodes with Minutes Network, which, by the way, I'm a huge fan of as well. Obviously, now they're moving into World Mobile, and they're doing it strategically, and they're doing it very smart. So I'm really excited for their community. I'm excited for their team and what they're doing. I mean, look at this. Like they've grown immensely. Oh, by the way, OrcFax and Observers as well, which are both, by the way, amazing projects. So congratulations to all of their token holders, and I'm excited for their future, and Raul did mention something that I also very, very much agree with. When he said when he was with Mickey, he kind of felt the presence of a big mind in the room, and I couldn't agree more, because if you don't, if if you don't know how big of a innovator Mickey truly is, I mean, you will understand it once you meet him in person. If you go on to Rare Evo, right? And I don't think Mickey is also, not only he's like a big innovator to me, but he's also truly a people's person, right? Like Fareed, you said he re-recorded your video and your camera went off and he was there, wanting to do it over again. He's that type of person who he will put the community first, and he doesn't, he doesn't just talk the talk. He honestly walks the walk. So if you're gonna go to Rare Evo, like meet Mickey, meet the entire team. Like they're there. They're putting the work in and they're doing everything. And I see it with Nuvula as well. Like that's why I get really excited when you introduce them, and it's a great project. So it's gonna be, yeah, I can't wait to meet them. I think their booth is actually going to be right in front of us, and I've talked to Raul a little bit, and it's going to be fun meeting them in person. I'm excited.
Yeah, you nailed it right on the money. Shout out to Devon from the Rare crew. He's actually in the chat. If you want to jump in here, Devon, I believe you've got my X. You've also got my email. Just give me a heads up. I'm more than happy to send you the link over. Pretty simple process to get you joined up here. You just connect your camera. If you want to keep it off, that's completely fine as well. We can talk about Rare Evo and sort of what your guys' plans are, especially as the event is 5 days away. So definitely do appreciate you joining in here. Yeah, perfect. I got you. I'll send you the link here in just a second. Stay tuned. I will go ahead and send that over to you. I'm going to send it via email. So check your email, and we'll get Devon up here representing the Rare Evo crew. But as he mentioned, we've got Nuvula right here. I mean, if I can punch in just a little bit, we've got Nuvula right there. And then we've got the World Mobile Alliance right on the opposite side. So you guys will be literally looking at each other right during the Rare Evo event. And so hopefully I'm able to lock in interviews with you guys and really a lot of these big contributors here in the ecosystem. So for the viewers here, if there's any particular projects that you guys see on this map, let me know. I'll do my best to try to get some content. Just quickly highlighting a couple of them. Ada Handle releasing sub handles coming out very, very soon. An opportunity to basically take personalization to a deeper level, but even for like corporate businesses, the opportunity to mint virtual subhandles or NFT subhandles. I've covered those in separate videos. We've also got MLabs, right, contributing to a lot of smart contract development here. I'll be chatting with Daniel. We've got members from the Ergo community, Daniel and Theo or Chef Pool from Zengate. We've got the team from DC Spark, Sebastian. We've got Brave, the browser. I mean, this is going to be a huge, huge conference. We've got Reflect just released a brand new game on the Epic Game Store. We've got, let's see here, ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. We've got IOG, Intersect, JPEG.store, Ada Anvil. I mean, so many big games here. We've got Cornucopia's game. We'll be shooting a Copy Cafe there. So I'm excited to just see everybody there. That said, Rob or Clover, if you guys can just buy me about 30 seconds, I want to get this link over to Devon. And so I just want to kind of just shift topics and shift gears here. I know that there was a recent community call where there was the discussions about the Apex nodes and also the link nodes. Could you guys maybe just break down, or just quickly recap some of the highlights or what stood out to you from that community call? I'll get this link over to Devon, and then we'll quickly shift back over into Rare Evo and give him a little bit of time to talk about that as well.
Rob, do you want me to go first?
I think you're the Airnode expert, so I think this is yours.
Thank you.
Not an Airnode expert whatsoever. But just jumped on the first sale. But yeah, I mean, I was at the most recent AMA. Actually spoke on the previous one. I was invited by the team and just wanted to share my experience. So I hope everyone tuned in and enjoyed that. I thought it was great to talk a little bit about what I've been experiencing as an operator. I mean, my DMs have been blowing up. Like, there's so much excitement happening with the second batch, and I'm really happy actually that they extended the sale and they added more nodes, because when they said it's like their whitelist increased by 30%, I was like, I don't know if it's 30%, because my DMs have been blowing up with people that want to join this second batch, and it's gonna go fast. That's just my expectations. But yeah, they introduced 2 new nodes. From my understanding, we have the Apex 90, right, and then we have the Link nodes. And for those that don't know, the Apex node is going to be a interesting Airnode positioned in a location at the highest possible how can I say it, at the highest possible location. I guess it's going to feed the Link node, so it's going to provide not only backhaul for cellular service, but also provide a high bandwidth wireless coverage over the air. So think of like, I guess, a fiber over the air type of situation, also called fixed wireless, and they're calling it a next generation fixed wireless. And if you look at my X account, Mike actually, CTO of World Mobile, he actually posted the rates of World Mobile and what they're going to be offering for the services that are going to be provided up in the areas that the Apex node. Sorry, Mike is actually not the CTO; he's the CMO. My mistake, of World Mobile. Yeah, so he posted some rates, which I thought it was fascinating, because I currently have internet providing by Verizon, I believe, 5G, and let me tell you, these rates are so good, and I had to post it on my X account. And there was some people, obviously, that were saying, hey, we have a better offering in Europe and whatever, but I want to point out that these rates are specific for the United States market, right? And they're more of specific for the Reno market and the Nevada surrounding area. So yes, there is better offerings probably in Canada. There's probably better offerings in Europe, but this is a completely separate market. And I've done my research, and believe me, I haven't seen better rates and faster speed than what World Mobile is offering. So very excited. So yeah, Link nodes is the second type of node. They're going to be fed by the big Apex 90 nodes, and there's going to be like 130. So I'm glad that they're increasing that. And these are going to be very interesting nodes, because they're going to be essentially specific nodes to a customer subscribing to the World Mobile Network. So they're going to be like, I guess, an individual subscription type of node, right? They're going to be a lot cheaper than the Apex nodes and the Porta 180s and the Titans. So it's going to allow people to get into this batch. Like, there's going to be there's a lot of people that have complained and said, hey, these nodes are a little too expensive for me. I can't get into the batch. Well, this is World Mobile listening and including the specific infrastructure and allowing people to be able to purchase these nodes. So again, if you haven't looked into the specific nodes, if you go to their X account, the World Mobile X account, they have a there it is on the screen right there. They have like a thread that kind of breaks down pricing, and they have a thread that breaks down like exactly what each node will serve in the sharing economy.
Thank you, Clover. I appreciate you carrying me there for a little bit. We've got Devon backstage. So without any further ado, we'll switch gears here, and then we'll jump back into World Mobile specific news here in just a moment. So let me go ahead and bring him up here. Devon, welcome up. How are you, man?
What's up, guys? How you doing? This lovely Saturday evening, afternoon. I guess it's a little early for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's afternoon here. I'm doing great. I know you guys have been working around the clock to make Rare Evil happen. I'm sure that you're probably needing some rest. I know Rand definitely is. He's been all over the place, and I'm sure Wes has been as well. I mean, this is by far the biggest event you guys have put on to date. And to be honest, I mean, I think it's now going to be in very close competition to something like the summit. Now, I know we see the foundation go all out for the summit, but this appears to be growing every single day. So we're just 5 days away. What's the team been trying to do in order to just get everything lined up for this event?
Currently, lots of crossing T's and dotting I's, trying to get the agenda filled out, uh, getting all the information from all the speakers, the presentation materials, sometimes even titles of speeches, still trying to get the workshops all worked out, and then just the logistics of making sure the food is be at the right time, and the working with DJs for the parties, and working with the Poker Go studio, which is in a whole separate venue for the poker tournament. Just a lot of logistics right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was taking a look here. I'm sharing the agenda. Of course, we've got Charles Hoskinson opening up first thing. Then we've got another nice piece by Aaron Barak, founder and CEO of Midnight. We've got AJ. We've got Mark. I know AJ's a fellow creator. John O'Connor to talk about RealFi. So I mean, this lineup is pretty impressive.
It's
Obviously, you can't
better on
cover.
Saturday.
Really? Okay, let's take a look very quickly here. So let's see here. This is the main stage for
It is better
Saturday.
on Saturday. Mickey's gonna be there. Let's go.
That's the Evo
Yeah,
stage. I
I was
think you
about.
clicked on.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Let me get the main stage. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got Charles again. Charles again for day number 2, opening up with JJ, Chief of Staff, and the CTO of the Cardano Foundation. And then, yeah, this is the one right here that people are looking forward to. So, yeah, I mean, could you speak about this one? Like, how did this happen? Obviously, Charles has a connection with RFK.
Yeah, it wasn't Charles
That's
at all.
huge,
It was us.
dude. That's
Just
awesome.
kind of practicing what we preach. We ran into the Kennedy team at East Denver. Ran into him again at Consensus and invited him out to our social, and then ran into him again at Bitcoin Nashville, just putting ourselves out there. We went out to a blues club and drank a few adult beverages at the blues club, and had drunken pizza with them, and exchanged telegrams, and grinded it. And over the last week or so, probably trying to work out all the logistics, and here we are. I mean, just power of live events. Just, we preach it. Come out to Rare Evo. You can make connections. I mean, I don't know. The proof is in the pudding, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as a creator, and I tell this to people all the time, like that's the one event that you cannot miss. From networking, sitting down, getting interviews, there is so much to do. And that's what I said earlier. My biggest thing is just my biggest concern is just time management, trying to make sure that wherever I'm at is where I'm getting the most or giving the most value.
And you're tired. You're working all day at the convention. You've got the camera in your hand. You're doing interviews, but you still have to make the time to get out to these networking events too. Because if we had not gone out to these networking events and decided to have pizza late at night after a few beers, would we have a fireside chat with Charles and RFK? I don't know. I mean, it's how we got the Brave browser. It's how we're advertising on Brave browser. It's how they're there. They're on stage. We met them at Dubai at the Karate Combat. We invited them out to Consensus for our Rare Social. They showed up. We shook hands. We shared a beer, broke bread with them, and now we have a partnership. So it's open to anyone. You just have to put yourself out there, shake some hands, and the sky's the limit.
Yeah, no, very, very well said. It's going to be huge. VIP tickets officially sold out. So for anybody
Yes.
who slept on it, unfortunately, the opportunity is gone. However, you can still pick up the traditional general admission tickets. Head over to rareevo.io.
And those are going quick.
Yeah,
That announcement last night, people were on the fence, jumped over to the other side of the fence. That's for sure.
I could imagine. Yeah, I think whatever conversation they have, it's going to be a good one. Two really great minds coming together. If you are going to be purchasing the tickets, definitely make sure to use the discount code EARTH, EARTH. That'll actually contribute to the Earth. I keep saying Earnode Alliance, World Mobile Alliance.
Yeah, they changed it
Um,
up on us.
yeah. As soon as I got used to saying the other one, y'all changed it up. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So just wanted to really, again, just give you an opportunity to jump in here, Devon. You've been a huge supporter here of me on the channel. I remember running into you last year when you were working very closely with the Ape Society, and now you flourished. You're officially now, full-time member with Rare Evo, and you guys are expanding. So congrats to you. Please pass that on to the rest of your team members.
you
I'm
very
looking forward to
much.
hanging out with you guys. I'll be there Thursday. I'll be there at the pre-party. I'll be there at the little prep session you guys have, and just want to thank you guys for the opportunity and including me right as a part of Rare Evo.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I haven't shared any of those plans here publicly, but I'm excited.
We're putting them to work.
about that.
We're putting them
Yeah.
to work a little.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Creating content, contributing here doesn't feel like work to me again. It's been a really, really great opportunity. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, Devon, I don't want to take up too much of your time here. I know you're extremely busy. Any parting thoughts you want to give us here when it comes to Rare Evo?
Yeah, just come out, people. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. Well, opportunity of 2024 because we're going. Come out, hang out, make new friends, meet old friends, fortify partnerships. This event's grown a lot since last year. We're well more than, I'd say, 3 times as big as last year. 15 different blockchains representative. Just get out there, come to Rare Evo, and have a great time. It's going to be a great weekend. Not going to get much sleep, but we'll jam it all in the 3 days and then sleep on Sunday.
Yeah, stock up on sleep now while you can. I don't plan on sleeping much myself either. I'm really, really excited to be out there, and definitely want to make sure that I get to sync up with you and the rest of the crew out there.
Oh, for sure. I can't wait. When are you
Yeah.
getting out there?
I'll be there Thursday morning. So literally,
Okay.
I'll be with Rob and Cal. They've got a World Mobile Alliance event taking place there. I'll try to document, record, make some content out there, and then that'll roll straight into the evening pre-party for VIP. And then obviously we've got Friday and Saturday where I'll be basically living at the venue from sun up to sundown.
Yeah, I think we're going to be able to get early registration open a little earlier than noon. So there'll be opportunities to kind of for the whole day get in there, and because people were coming to the DREP workshop, I think started at 10 a.m. on that Thursday by the Cardano Foundation. So
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. And as I get ready to let you out here, if Rob or Chloe have any questions, feel free to unmute. If not, that's okay. No pressure. I did just want to clarify, just for anybody who's in attendance there, obviously there's a lot going on. You guys, I believe, will be live streaming and recording a lot of this content or a lot of these sessions. Is that correct?
all speeches on both stage will be live streamed to YouTube.
Perfect.
For the whole weekend. And then there's tons of great content creators like Fareed out there. So who knows who else is going to go live on Twitter or YouTube or whatever. So we really embrace the media partners / content creators this year to assist us and them in getting some great content.
No, thank you. And I appreciate you guys actually taking the feedback, right, and improving and giving us a dedicated media booth this year. I'm excited about that and looking forward to being able to do my work over there in peace, right? So thank you.
You even get your own little room you can go into and get away from the crowd if you want, and recharge batteries, both the philosophical battery and the physical batteries.
Right. No, I'm excited. Again, thank you so much here, Devon. Rob, Clover, this is your opportunity. If you guys have any questions about Rare that you want to ask, if not, we'll let this gentleman get back and hopefully get some rest here as he gets ready for Rare Evo.
Hit me, fellas. What you got?
Just wanted to comment on Devon. He showed up last week on the World Mobile Alliance X space and gave us about 45 minutes. And we've been excited for this for a while. It's almost like when we left last year, we were already dreaming about what 2024 would look like. And so Cal and I, we've been working at this and brainstorming and trying to put the pieces in place. And we've been excited for a while. And we're texting just a day or two ago, like this week, the excitement is really ramped up. And it was because of you coming on the space last week and just telling us kind of the inside stuff, how things are working and what's been going on. I've been very, very impressed. I've been communicating with you privately and then with Rand as well, just to try and stay up to date on things. And I just cannot believe how this has grown to the point where you're getting a presidential candidate, a few months before the election coming on. And, we're not talking about like Exotic Joe, the Tiger King guy, where he got like 3 votes, in a independent. This is a legit candidate, and but just everything from the poker studio that you talked about, how that where the World Series of Poker is being held at, we are going to have a tournament there.
Yes.
So it's so exciting just to say I'm going to this, but you just, I mean, you'll be hearing this from me probably 5 or 10 times this weekend coming up, but just nice.
That was the Zed video.
Yeah, I apologize. I
I'll
should've
hear that
muted
too. But
I've heard it 1,000 times because I had to make the video, so I know
Sorry about
exactly
that.
what that is.
but I just want to, you'll hear heartfelt thank yous from us as the Alliance, as the World Mobile community, because you gifted us a booth.
Yeah.
A
Well, you
booth
earned
that
it. You earned it.
we
Your community earned it. You
we
guys came strong.
we have a good community, and we have it's a great movement, it's a great push is what World Mobile's doing, but you didn't have to do that. And the fact that you did when you're sold out, I mean, you guys could have made thousands of dollars by selling that booth to somebody, and the fact that you gave it to us this year, we could not be more grateful or thankful for doing this. And we hope that our push and pushing World Mobile definitely, it catches up with you guys as well, and you guys have earned 5 or 10-fold that because of what the Alliance, what World is bringing in. And so we want to give back in whatever ways we can, and we hope that we can show that this coming weekend, because we are very, very thankful, and we're very, very excited.
Oh, thank you so much. And we've always preached it's not always about the money. It's about the relationships and connections. And you guys have been huge supporters of us since the first year, especially last year, even more this year. And it's what it's all about, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's money's important. I mean, we are a business. We got to put food on the table, but it's not the most important thing. We are around because of people like you and Fareed and Clover Nodes and the whole community of blockchain. Starting with Cardano, we're a Cardano-centric event and expanding into the whole blockchain space, but we're there because of the community. It's their support year after year, and wait till next year, fellas. Wait till next.
I'm excited. So, Clover, anything you want to add before we let Devon go?
Yeah, I mean, I share the same thoughts as Rob. I mean, Devon, thank you so much for all your hard work. We appreciate you coming last week and supporting the World Mobile Alliance. And also thank you to the entire Rare team. I mean, the event has not even started yet, but you guys are already killing it, man. I mean, you got freaking RFK Jr. coming, that's nuts, so yeah, like Rob said, just thank you for gifting us the booth. I promise you that we won't let you down, man. I mean, the World Mobile community is gonna show up and show out. I guarantee everyone that. So yeah, again, thank you for the booth, and I'm really excited for this event. I mean, I've been going to the Rare Evo events since the first one, and we've had the Earnode Alliance, now the World Mobile Alliance, be born from this event, and there's going to be so many doors that have opened for us, and there's going to be lots of doors opening for a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of networking stuff happening, and I'm very excited that you guys moved the event to Vegas. Vegas is a beautiful place. It's going to be an awesome venue, and I'm truly excited for everyone that's going to show up there, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of doors opening for people. Lots of connections are going to happen there. So fun times are ahead of us.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see these gaming projects get together and figure out how to work together and cross-chain assets and DeFi with people like Frax Finance there and Moneta getting together, IFI and Min Swaps there this year, and I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Friggin' playing Doom too on Hydra. I mean, come
Doom
on, man.
Hydra,
you can't get better than that.
I wonder if they have the old cheat codes, because those are like embedded in my brain from my nerdy teenage self playing the IDDQD and IDKFA,
So I was a little too young for Doom, but the cheat codes that are stuck in mine are from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And those cheat codes are in my head. So we could probably go on a tangent here talking about
Yeah,
old
we
school
could.
gaming. Devon, just want to take an opportunity to thank you for coming on here on short notice for the viewers. I mean, Devon did not have a heads up. I literally saw his name in the chat there. So thank you for tuning in and watching, and then actually being willing to jump on here and talk about Rare Evo. Definitely do appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Anytime, man. Anytime. I'm sad I missed the first 45 minutes of it. I was just messing around and turned on YouTube. I was like, oh man, these guys are live.
No, you picked
I was
the
waiting
right
for
time to
the
jump in.
World Mobile Alliance space this morning, and I didn't see one.
Yeah. No,
We
so
do-
we'll go.
Consider
We do every other weekend. We'll do
every other. Okay.
YouTube
okay.
one week, and then on Saturday, and the next Saturday we'll do the space, the Alliance space. But the first almost first half hour we were talking about Rare, so kind of started
I'll have
it
to
and
go
then
back and watch.
sandwiched and put some more here at the end there. But no, it definitely, and that's the other thing too is we're going to try and do a live stream. We're going to do a live stream on Saturday with Fareed at Rare before RFK comes up. But I'm thinking, we'll have to figure out, because next week we'll be taking the Alliance space off, because that would normally be the Alliance space weekend. So I don't know if the following weekend after Rare, Fareed, if we're going to come back and do this again, or if we're going to do an Alliance space. But what I'm looking forward to, no matter when we do it, is having an open platform just to talk all the World Mobile community talking about what their experiences were, and just hearing from everybody that goes to Rare, because I mean we did something similar last year and everyone was just gushing about what a great experience it was. So I think that the following week will be a great time to recap and talk about it some more.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I was going to say, I'm just hoping that my voice is still there with me.
It
I
won't
lost
be.
my voice halfway through consensus, and I was frustrated because I couldn't shoot content, and then it was embarrassing because I'm trying to speak to people and my voice is cracking left and right. So I said, this time I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do some voice exercises, make sure that I'm preserving my voice. I'm not doing too much to really be able to make it through. But you can definitely bet that we'll at least I'll be ready to go live as soon as we get back, as long as everybody else is.
It's Vegas.
right.
You got to get up in the morning and get some hot toddies and up those vocal cords.
Yeah, I'm doing whatever I can to preserve it from day one to make sure I can make it all the way.
Get the honey from CB and add it to the bourbon and the one. Yeah,
That's
there you
true.
go.
Speaking of CB, this guy's talking mad trash, man. He said he's going to be kicking everybody's butt at the poker table. I'm not a big poker player, but CB, we'll see if we can back that up, boss. So hopefully you're ready to put your money where your mouth is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it here for the piece about Rare Evo. Devon, again, huge thanks. I'll be looking forward to getting in contact with you, Claire, Wes, Devon, Rand, and the rest of the team when I land over there. So stay in touch. If there's anything that we can do here to help support you guys any further as things get closer, don't hesitate to reach out. All right. For now, I think that's it.
See you boys next week.
Take care, Devon. Thank you for jumping in.
Bye.
Awesome piece. I love it. Yeah, I mean, this event just continues to just gain more and more traction. As we get ready to wind things down here, we've been going for a little bit longer than normal. I mean, I feel like there's maybe two topics. We've obviously touched in on batch number 2. We haven't touched on the eSIM expansion, which I actually didn't see official communication. Maybe I just missed it, but I'll have to jump back on the official eSIM Twitter page. But I got an email middle of the day about 3 or 4 days ago about the fact that World Mobile is expanding their eSIM offerings with a regional eSIM and then a country-specific eSIM. I did release a little bit of content about that just because of how much content there's been. I haven't been able to dive too much deeper into it, but I did notice that the country-specific rates were a little bit better or cheaper than the regional. And I think that was really to the extent of the research and just sort of comparison that I was able to do. I'd love to hear about what your guys' thoughts are. I know you guys have already used these products. Clover, I think you did some traveling a few months back. I don't recall specifically where, but what were just maybe some of your initial thoughts when you saw this new product launch? I know you definitely tweeted about it on X.
Yeah, I did a little thread and a little traveling, and I did test the eSIM while I was abroad, and I did test not the regional one, but there is an option for a global eSIM, right? Right before everything else was just announced. And by the way, I think the focus right now is mostly on batch number 2, and excuse me, and I think this is why the team just put out an email, but I'm pretty sure right after the batch 2 has been released and sold out and all that good stuff, the team is gonna focus a little bit more on these eSIMs because it's just such a good product. You know, it just works so easy. You can do it from anywhere. Like I like the website update, and thank you for pulling it up. If you go all the way down, if you scroll down, it's just 3 easy steps. You know, you download this eSIM card, you pay for it, you scan this QR code, and then voila, you know, it's in your phone, and you're good to go. And now they have country specific eSIMs, and then as you see right there, they're just starting at $5, you know, and it's 13 countries only for now, but I'm sure this product is going to grow to well above you know, many other countries. And they just make it so simple and so easy, and it's so convenient. You know, as I was traveling, I knew that I was going to jump to different countries, so I got the global card, and super easy. You know, I get on the plane, I get off the plane, and immediately I'm connected to a different mobile network operator, and I have internet, and they make the top up super easy too. You know, if you're running out of data, you can just go in and just top it up in a matter of like seconds. So very good very good website update too. I like that they made it very simple for people to you know, shop the eSIMs and to have them introduced. And interested to find out like how this picks up. You know, I want more people to start using these cards, and I want more people to start obviously giving out their input online as to how they're enjoying these eSIM cards, because I personally think that eSIM is the way to go. I bought the newest iPhone, and it came without a SIM card, so I need a eSIM card, right? Like there's no physical SIM card anymore. So it's obvious that these manufacturers are making a push for these eSIMs, because obviously there's so many advantages to it environmentally, and other advantages in that. So again, I think the team will push for this a little bit after the batch 2, and I think people need to go out and try the product, because I've tried it, and it's great.
Nicely put. And I don't think I've seen Kim in our live chat before. So Kim, thanks for tuning in and joining us here, and thanks for also providing feedback. Right. So Kim stating, I used the global eSIM during my travel this summer as well. Worked perfectly. So I'm very happy to hear that. I know Mickey was nice enough to bring a lot of the tech that they used for that back at Rare Evil last year. Hopefully they bring, you know, something new, something to really excite the community at this upcoming year's event. Rob, anything you want to touch on when it comes to the global eSIMs or the regional eSIMs?
Just generally, I think it's really important that they are able to make it convenient for people to travel without ridiculous fees. You know, you hear the horror stories, even people in our community, where they're getting charged $10-15 a day to turn their phone on. And you know, it's not something I've ever experienced. The few times I've traveled overseas, once was before cell phones were really a common thing, and then the last couple of times I've been off this continent, I haven't taken a phone. In fact, I remember when I was in Australia, I was there for almost a month. I actually bought just a little track phone kind of a thing, just so I could have the ability to make phone calls locally in Australia. So I think it's nice. You know, hopefully people are not getting locked into, you know, I guess telephone companies like AT&T, where they lock your phones and you can't get out of it. You can't install an additional SIM. Hopefully that's just not going to be a thing for too much longer anyway. But this is a great opportunity for people to, while World Mobile is not available necessarily for their everyday phone usage just yet, be able to travel and have that option. You know, these guys are forward thinking in everything they're doing, and it's great to hear people have actual testimonials of how this works very well, because it's not something, you know, I've ever had to deal with. just because I haven't traveled a whole lot. I live in a place where there's good enough coverage that you don't have to have eSIM type things. So I'm excited as World Mobile takes off, and hopefully that provides a little bit of additional opportunity, let's say, for me to travel. I hope to be able to use and take advantage of the things World Mobile is doing.
Nicely put. Nicely put. So definitely want to give a shout out. I think it might be Colin behind the official Mav 100 account right now, but really doing a great job of answering questions. Thank you to you too, Clover, for taking a moment to answer some of Eric's in the general community's questions there as well. Okay, let's take a couple of just quick comments here as we get ready to wind down here. We have been going for quite a bit here, and this is actually my second stream of the day, and so I probably want to just wrap up here, grab some lunch, and then do some things offline here, not related to crypto. Earnode stating, when I bought an Android phone for hex scanning, I also bought the 90-day eSIM. Works great in Texas. I mean, let us know if you're going to be in Vegas. There's so many people that like, I see their icons and their logos in all the streams that we do, but I just don't know what they look like, or
That's
anything.
Mark. That's Mark from Earnode.io. He's the one that made these hats last year.
Okay, I
and
remember
he's
Mark.
doing a whole lot for the booth this year as well. So Mark will
Thank you for that,
absolutely be
Mark.
there.
Shout out, Mark.
Yeah, shout out to you, Mark. Definitely do appreciate that. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have never known. I mean, you just connected the dots for me, but I'm like, I don't know who Earnode.io is. I just know obviously that you're a contributor here in the ecosystem. So no, big thanks to you, Mark. I got a hat. My brother got a hat. Got a couple of t-shirts as well. So definitely do appreciate you taking the time to get all those out there for ENOs. All right, gents, I think this is probably a great time for us to close out the show here. Anything that you guys want to send us home with, or just maybe highlight that we didn't get to touch on that you guys are excited about?
I think we touched up on mostly a lot of the different topics that are happening in the world mobile sphere at the moment. I mean, we touched up on obviously the eSIMs and their benefits, the batch 2 that is coming, and the excitement brewing around that, and the many people that are on that wait list, and World Mobile saying that there's a 30% increase, which I believe is a lot more than that, just because of how many people I talk to and how many people want to get involved in. And the 2 partnerships that are happening right now, obviously Nuvola and the Node Lock that are coming online, and the many other partnerships that the team is just holding back, and that are coming, and obviously the Mav guys and what they're doing in Washington. So, but there's one thing that we didn't get to talk, right? And that is the big change that is going to happen with World Mobile starting September, and that's obviously the token migration. So that in itself right there is going to be massive. And if you guys think that World Mobile is blowing up your socks right now, wait till Q4, because there's going to be so many things happening and so many things are coming in the pipeline. Like I'm so excited about everything that's happening. And as an Earnode operator, I've been in these calls that happen every month now, by the way, weekly. So thank you to the team for listening to our requests and having a weekly chat for everyone to come in and ask their questions. And if you're there, you kind of know what's happening and you kind of know where things are going, and where I guess where the wind is blowing, right? So yes, prepare, because World Mobile is just getting started, and the community is going to be very, very excited to what's been planned and what's been prepared for coming Q4 and next year too, because lots of things planned, lots of an excitement. Again, thank you, Fareed, for having us on. I can't wait to see everyone that I've met and all the new people and all these beautiful people that are in the chat right now that are coming to Rare. I can't wait to meet you guys. Stop by the booth. We have lots of things. Me and Rob been working on this for quite a while. There's going to be merch. There's going to be lots of different things that we have prepared for the community. And Thursday, wear your LVLC shirt, because you're going to get a free drink if you wear it. So see you guys next week.
Thank you, Clover. Again, make sure to go ahead and keep up with these gents on the official World Mobile Alliance Twitter. Link should be down in the description. Reverend Rob, close us out, young.
Okay. One of the things that you guys showed, you showed a chart earlier of the prices, the subscription prices for World Mobile. And it was, Cal was talking earlier. I don't know if you can pull that back up, but Cal was talking about how, it's for the US, those are pretty good prices. And for, some people in Europe are saying, oh, it's a little pricey. I remember talking to Rob from Cornucopias and telling him what I pay for my fiber. And it's a little bit faster fiber than what he has, but he was shocked that I'm paying almost double the price for the fiber that I have here. But with the prices for the broadband that World Mobile is providing, and you guys showed that, those prices are cheaper than what I have. I have at the farm. I just recently got rid of it, but I have it, and it's a similar dish. It's kind of a line of sight, kind of a node that points towards a centralized node where all the neighbors, everyone who has a service, they point and they get their internet beamed back and forth. And then it comes into the house, and then you have your router, your modem, and you can distribute the internet from there, but you have to have it pointed at the direction. So kind of like a link node and then an apex node. And I'm going to tell you, I was paying, I just canceled the service for it. It was about $90 a month that I was paying. I think $95 a month. And I was getting 10 gig down or 10 megabyte download and 5 megabyte upload. I mean, it was crawling compared to these fast speeds that you're seeing here. And I was paying more. And so these prices, it's better technology. It's more affordable. And then it also goes back to the sharing economy. Look at this. So 100 meg down and 10 meg up, right? That's for $69. That's $25 cheaper, and I was getting 10 and 5. Okay. For based on what I was paying, I could be getting $30 a month based on this. And so these prices are fantastic for what the competition is going to be offering for similar service, and not even similar service, outdated, but I guess maybe comparable enough. So I'm really interested to see where this goes and to see how this works. And I say all this, I can't speak to what the profits are going to be, but we've been talking a lot about what's coming this week with Rare Evo and what we're excited about. What we haven't really touched on much was Tuesday. Is it Tuesday, right, Cal? Tuesday, this opens up. This sale opens up for batch 2. And so this is going to be a jam-packed week. The more you get involved in World Mobile, the more is going to be happening, especially if you're going live. If you're going live to Vegas, if you're interested in batch 2, you're going to be juggling quite a lot. Some of it's going to be some money shuffling potentially. How do I buy this? How do I get this thing? Because we know there's only a handful of Apex nodes available. So trying to get lined up. Take a breath. Make sure that you are focusing on one thing at a time, because there's going to be a lot going on here. We don't want to see panic people or people regretting things because they get to Vegas and they forgot about the batch 2 because they're so excited about Vegas. So there's definitely a lot there. A lot happening in a short time. We're also hearing that we might be seeing the hard fork with Cardano for people who are into Cardano possibly happening this week. There's a lot juggling, and then even if you're not going to Rare, trying to keep up with what's being announced and what's happening there with World Mobile, with Cardano, with a presidential candidate who's going to be there, with 15 blockchains that are going to be there. Whatever your flavor is, there's something that's going to be happening this week that it's going to be important to pay attention to, either in person or online. So the nice thing is, a lot of us are going to be together, and we're going to have the opportunity to share these things, vent if we need to vent, have jubilation and praise and excitement for all the fun stuff we're getting together. And I'm looking forward to realizing all the things I have to get done with the kids, with the farm, with everything in preparation. And then, oh yeah, by the way, are the finances there to maybe participate in batch 2? And then, by the way, the next day I'm jumping on a plane and leaving for 5 days with my wife to go to Rare and be running around all weekend. So this is going to be definitely might have to sleep when we get back, might have to catch our breaths, hopefully in small increments along the way. But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I haven't seen Cal in person since last September. We were going to get together in Reno, and then some things happened last minute where I couldn't go to Reno this April. And I'm looking forward to seeing Cal. Jeff's going to be there. Mark, Dom Shepard, Kristen. I'm really looking forward to seeing Kristen there. If you guys don't know Kristen, you might know her as Space Lady on X. She is one of my favorite people, and looking forward to seeing her and everybody else. You know, the Mav guys are going to be there. The World Mobile team is going to be there, and so many others. That, you know, Eric Threadgill is going to be there, and he's in every space that we do. The guy is consistent. And it's just gonna be fun to spend time with this community that we've been growing with. You know, it's gonna be fun to hear everyone's stories and see what's happened since last year, and hear the dreams and ideas and the plans that we all have, and see how they're all going to work together and try and grow this thing together. So very, very busy week, very exciting week. But it's going to be a week where we're going to have the opportunity to do things, you know, together in lockstep, getting feedback from the team, getting guidance from Mickey and the others as we go. So hopefully this helps us regroup, plan, and dream some more. But this is what World Mobile is about, and I think this week is going to highlight a lot of it, from the personal side to the technical side, with everything happening. And I can't wait. It's like, I want it to be here, but I don't at the same time, because it's going to happen so fast, and then we're going to be just wishing for next year already. So it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward, Free, to seeing you again, because again, I haven't seen you since September as well. I'm bummed that your brother's not going to be there, but I know that you'll give him my best. And anyway, this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. World Mobile is doing some massive things, and we get to be a part of that, both by jumping into batch 2 this week, by seeing each other in person, and then moving past this onto the test net, onto the main net, onto the expansion. A lot happening. It's going to be fun.
Couldn't pick a better way to close us out here, Rob. Always appreciate you. Clover, you did an amazing job today as well. And your internet seems to be clearing up too, man. Your internet seems to be nice and clear. So now I can see all the detail of your cut, man. So,
well, he got that pretty haircut. He's looking sharp and fit and thin, and so he had to show it off. So he had to he probably bribe the internet company. Hey, give me some better power today or something.
No, I just took Fareed's advice and put the Ethernet cable on there. I don't use Wi-Fi no more, so yeah, a little bit better. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're coming in nice and sharp today. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah, just want to thank all of the community for tuning in here. This was a really great stream. I definitely enjoyed it. As always, as we get ready to close out here, I mean, if you guys have found any portion of today's video to be helpful, please, please, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. One of the easiest ways here to support us here as content creators. If you guys want more coverage like this, number 1, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Number 2, make sure to go ahead and follow or subscribe to the World Mobile Alliance. When we're not streaming here, they're always doing live streams, or not live streams, X Spaces, breaking down all the latest updates for World Mobile. But that will do it here, you know. So in preparation of Rare Evo, I see Block Jock here in the comments representing the team from Mineta or USDM. Definitely looking forward to catching up with them as well. But yeah, I mean, that's really, really it. So I'm excited, really happy, about everybody who's able to tune in here. And then we got that guest appearance there from Devon. Ladies and gentlemen, that will bring us to a close here for today's live stream, as the new frontier awaits us. That said, and as always, we'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.